Struggling to grow your off-market list? Watch this video to learn how you can do more deals in less time with Property Finders. For the best real estate marketing and tech advice, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to be notified every single time we put out a new video. I'm Lee with REI Blackbook, and we have helped thousands of investors scale their businesses using our software. In fact, one of our users, Ryan Moore, has generated over 1,400 leads using this very Property Finders method. So obviously, as a real estate investor, one of the most valuable things that you can do for your business is grow your list. But the thing is that not all lists are created equally. So a general rule of thumb is if a list is easy for you to get, i.e. something like purchasing a list from a broker, chances are a lot of other people have probably gone out and bought that list too, so the competition for those properties in the list is going to be high. Now conversely, the harder a list is to get your hands on, the lower the competition is that you're going to have to deal with. So what that means is that building your own off-market property list is one of the most valuable things that you can do for your business. So one way to build this off-market properties list is to go driving for dollars. Now, driving for dollars is a killer way to get tons of properties in your market that nobody else is going to have on their radar, or at least is very unlikely to have on their radar. But the only thing about driving for dollars is it's very time consuming and it's difficult to scale because ultimately you're still just trading your time in your car driving for dollars. So this is where Property Finders come in. Now, Property Finders, or bird dogs, as some people call them, all it is it's a person who goes out and finds a distressed or a discounted property and brings it to you in exchange for a finder's fee. So I want you to let me know in the comments, is this a new concept for you, or are Property Finders something that you're already using in your real estate investor business? Let me know below. Now, when it comes to how a Property Finder gets paid, well, that's something that ultimately you decide. Typically, they either get paid a flat fee or they get paid a percentage of any deals that they bring to you that you, in fact, close. So the cool thing is they don't get paid unless you get paid, and it really creates a win-win situation for everybody. So a question we get a lot is, where do I find Property Finders? And the best part of this answer is it's pretty much limitless. You can literally find a Property Finder pretty much anywhere. And a good rule of thumb, a place to start is like people who do a lot of driving for work. So think like your local mailman, maybe your I was about to say milkman. Who has a milkman anymore? You know, an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, maybe an Amazon Prime or UPS driver. Anybody who is in their car all day, every day already, they're going to love it when you present them with an opportunity to make some extra cash without having to change anything about how they're spending their time. Another way that you can find Property Finders is to market for them on a free site like Craigslist, or using paid ads on something like Google or Bing or Facebook or what have you. And actually, let me know in the comments below if you guys would like us to do a more in-depth video on what that whole ad campaign would look like, and if you want some insights as to, you know, what copy to use and really how to grab the attention of people to get them on your Property Finder team. Let us know in the comments if that's something that you want to see from us. So the next question we typically get is, what do I do with them once I've found them? Well, that's where REI Blackbook comes in. We have an entire Property Finder program built right into our software, out of the box and ready to go as soon as you sign up. This includes a pre-built landing page that you can send prospective Property Finders to educate them and motivate them to sign up to work with you. And if you are marketing for Property Finders on something like a Craigslist, a Google, or a Facebook, or what have you, you can actually drive traffic to this page so that people can have all the information that they need to make a decision about whether or not they want to sign up for your program. In addition to the landing page, we have a Property Finder portal where they can actually apply to work with you. And then you can either approve or deny their application. And when you approve their application, they're given access to a portal where they can actually submit properties to you. And within this portal, they have access to a property lead sheet. They have an image uploader so they can actually take pictures of the properties when they're out in the field and upload them for you to review. And there's also a section for notes. And this whole thing acts as an open forum where you can go back and forth with your Property Finders and talk about the properties that they're submitting. Now, from there, you either accept or reject their offer. And when you reject their offer, you can actually use that as an opportunity to give them some feedback feedback about maybe why the property wasn't a good fit for what you're looking for and what they can look for to be a little more in alignment with the kinds of properties and the kinds of deals you're wanting to do for the next time. So you can understand how with a really streamlined system like the one we have built into the REI Black Book software, the opportunity to grow and expand your property finders list becomes tremendous and basically endless. So if I've gotten you excited about this whole property finder idea and you want to go deeper with it, I know I'm only just scratching the surface in this video, but we have a killer resource available over on our REIBlackBook.com website, which is the Motivated Seller Guide. I'm going to link to it directly below this video, and it's going to go way into depth on the whole process of property finders with screenshots and tutorials and all that kind of stuff so that you have literally everything you need to go ahead and get your own property finder program up and running. I also mentioned earlier the user Ryan Moore, who has generated over 1,400 leads using the property finder program within REI Black Book. Well, on this page, you can actually scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and you can check out over an hour-long interview with Ryan where he goes way into depth on how he recruits and educates his property finders, and not only that, but then what he does with the leads when they come in and how he uses REI Black Book to convert those leads into deals. So again, all of that is available in the link right below this video. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and be sure you click that bell to be notified every time we put out a new video. We have new videos coming out every Monday to help you guys understand how to better market and grow and scale in your real estate investing business. So one last question before I go. I want to know, if you're already using property finders in your business, what are you doing to manage them? How are you managing them, and how's it working out for you? That's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.